Bros and hoes, you're listening to Your Favorite Thing podcast with
Wells and Brandi. Speaking of your job, you had to fill in. You had to do an episode without me because I was off in Scotland.
I sure did.
Who filled in?
Oh, I had Caitlin Baristo herself filling
KB?
in. The podcast queen stepping in.
Wow.
I know.
She's like the girl version of me. So that must have been. Was it just the same show? Was she better than me?
She had no favorite things, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
So no.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, so have you watched anything? She's like, not really. I'm like, cool. This is how Wells feels when we podcast.
Yeah.
But we talked a lot about you and what you've been doing.
Oh, really? What did you guys talk about?
Yeah. Well, the day that we recorded, it was announced about your, big new show, and which I can't wait to hear all about. I don't know how much you can tell us, but
yeah,
we were like coming up with different scenarios for you and whether we thought you would be a traitor or not, and how you would play it. We did some speculation.
What did you guys come to terms with? What did you decide upon?
Well, I think we landed on. At first, we were like, they wouldn't make him a traitor because he's just too nice. He's like the nice guy. He's so goofy and funny. Like, they wouldn't put him in that role. And then I was like, here's the thing, though. Wells is all of those things, but you also have this, secret side that not a lot of people see where you're kind of cutthroat when it comes to business. You are.
Yeah,
you're so fun and so goofy, and then you will, cut a bitch real quick, behind the scenes. So I was like, he could fool everybody into thinking exactly what you said, but he could, in fact, be a traitor and fool everyone.
Don't blow my cover. People don't know.
I'm just saying, that was my theory.
Yeah. People don't know that I can be a dick.
Oh, I know all too well.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing really I can say about the show. Obviously, I've signed more NDAs than I know what to do with. But anyways, it was cool. Scotland's beautiful, man. I actually Scotland is an amazing place in the world, and we were way up north. We were up the castle's outside of this town called Inverness, and it's so far up north that it never gets dark there. It gets dark at 11:45 at night.
Yeah,
and then the sun comes up at 4:30 in the morning. You're like, stop, sun! But then I guess in the wintertime it's dark all the time.
Did you have some dope blackout curtains or no?
Yeah, we had for sure.
That's good.
And honestly, that show is so kind of grueling that once I got back to my room, I'll be like, I'm out. I didn't even need blackout curtains.
Yeah.
But I have some things that I want to talk about. The UK is the UK, right?
Yeah.
Scotland is part of is the UK, right?
I think so. It's a little blurry.
Number one, way too confusing. Okay, why do we have to have 3 countries in one country or 4 countries in one country? It's way too much because you have England, you have Scotland, you have Wales, you have Northern Ireland. That's all the UK. Okay. Let's everyone be their own thing, okay? I don't need – it's too confusing. Hate that.
Yeah.
Number 2, you British people make a lot of fun of Americans for being fat pieces of shit, okay? And I got to say, you're not super trim over there, guys, okay?
Really? I feel like they are.
I mean, I was seeing some people who could stand to lose a couple LBs.
Okay.
Or stone, I suppose, with their imperial measurement system or metric measurement system. Anyways, what I was thinking about in terms of death?
You were thinking about death?
Yeah. Well, how
do you think about death a lot?
I think about the universe, and I think about my place in it, and I think about what I really think everything's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I was thinking. And bear with me, and I'm totally not stoned right now at all, but this is what I was thinking. You know how every story you hear of near-death experiences is that you go towards a light and you get sucked into a light, right? And I think a lot of people think that that's what heaven is or something. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not really sure. But I was thinking about that in terms of black holes. So, at the center of our galaxy is a black hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're all kind of revolving around this. And there's a lot of kind of thoughts in physics that a black hole could be when you go into it. On the other side is a white hole or a light hole, right? So it's the exact opposite. And everything's kind of getting sucked into this black hole, possibly into this other dimension, which would be the adverse of dark, which is light. And I was thinking, since we have these bodies, these physical bodies that are, being strapped down by gravity and all this stuff, but when we die, all that's left is our spirit or our aura or whatever you want to consider it, and then we're no longer shackled by like this like actual physical thing that's being held on by gravity and everything in our planet. And then maybe once we do that, then we can be sucked into that black hole, and that's what the light is. You're going towards the white hole, to the other side, which is maybe what heaven is. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I can't believe you think about this stuff. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
I don't really think about death, really.
Ever?
Like, but not really. But a lot of people do. Like, I have friends that literally say they think about death like every day, like think about dying every day. And I'm like, what?
I don't want to die in a painful way, right? I don't think
nobody does.
Yeah.
But I think the reason I don't think about it is because I'm like, if I spend all my living days thinking about dying, I'm wasting the living.
That's a good way of looking at it.
That's how I feel.
I think it's pretty exciting that it's a thing that no one knows what happens afterwards, but everyone has to do it.
True.
It's so weird. It's this thing that no one gets to escape from, but no one knows what it is. What a mystery. But I just solved it with my black hole, white hole thing. So
I wouldn't say solved, but it's a good theory.
I think we did. I think we figured it out. So anyways, I've been meeting a lot of YFTers at the show because I'll walk Sarah to the show. So I'll meet him. I'll see him there. Sometimes people like buying tickets before like they go to dinner or whatnot. And then after the show, she comes out and she meets everybody. And so a lot of times I'll just kind of be sitting there waiting to like grab her and we'll walk and go get some dinner or drinks or whatnot. And I run into all the YFTers. YFTers, if you're in New York, you got to go see Little Shop of Horrors. It is so freaking good. It's so cute.
I love.
So fun. So that's one of my favorite things. I know that's been one for a while, but it is what it is.
This podcast has been brought to you by Podcast Nation.